Hi everyone, and welcome back to my booktube. This is Vanessa, also known as NESSAREADSBOOKS on Instagram, and I have a short book haul for you all today. So today, earlier this morning, my boyfriend and I went to the Book Warehouse outlet in Easley, South Carolina, and we were there for probably several hours, and genuinely, this was the biggest stock of books I've ever seen in my entire life. And they have all their prices at 70% off of the retail price. And so this was a crazy experience. And then once we got home, I had a delivery from YALLfest that had finally arrived on my doorstep. So I've got about two boxes, separate boxes of books that I will be sharing with you all. And so I'm super excited. So let's get into it. First box that I have for you all is from the Book Warehouse outlet. And so this whole box of these brand new books, all in all, we probably spent a little under $45, which honestly, I was pretty happy with that. Books have gotten really expensive lately, and so I kept seeing ads for it on Instagram, and my dad even sent me a video from their Instagram profile. And so I just decided, let's just do it. So this is what we got. And some of these books are actually books that my boyfriend chose to get. He was not super excited to go, but then he actually found more books he was interested in than I did while we were there. So these first few books are actually books that he picked out. So the first book that I'm going to share with you from him, this is a Batman and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover. And actually, I believe he has one more of these. Yes, so we have two graphic novels, and they had a lot of graphic novels. And he really likes the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and so he thought this was a really cool crossover episode. And the other graphic novel that he picked out for today, he picked out one about Cyborg. As he was growing up, Cyborg was one of his favorite comic book heroes, and so to see this, I think he really enjoyed seeing that. And so each of these retailed about, I don't know if you guys can see that, about $17, and he paid maybe a little under $5 for each one of these graphic novels. So coming away with three of these for the price of one was pretty awesome. And then he picked out one more book, and this is one he picked out kind of early on in our trip. He also really loves video games. This is A Brief History of Video Games, The Evolution of a Global Industry. And I mean, this is kind of a thick book, but it's small. And he's really into different types of video games. He likes to restore video games. And of course, he enjoys to play video games. And he has different types of consoles, some vintage, some newer. And so I think this was something that he thought he would enjoy. A little bit more of a non-fiction type of guy. And some graphic novels, but those are all four things that he found, and he found something to enjoy out of today, which was awesome. Sometimes it's hard to find things that both of us are into and can enjoy. Then the books I picked out, I found this while we were waiting in a line that wrapped around almost the whole store. But this is The Lost Books of the Odyssey, and this is by Zachary Mason. If you were not aware, I love my Greek mythology. You can see Circe up here, Circe and the Song of Achilles over here, and then a few more kind of intermixed on my bookshelf. This was a book I felt like I recognized seeing on some other areas of Bookstagram and Book Talk, and I had to pick it up. I couldn't leave without it. And the warehouse was really packed. There were a lot of people there. And it was really hard to look around and not know what I was looking for. I happened to see this. My boyfriend actually saw it while we were waiting in line, and I said, pick that up for me, please. And so I decided to get it. This retailed for $17, and so I got it for maybe about $5. Again, I felt like that was a steal. Even paperbacks go for $17 these days, so to get it for less than $17, I'm down, I'll take it. Other books I got is actually a series so far, and I believe they only had books 1 and 2, but this is a Southern Asian inspired fantasy novel that I've been wanting to get into for a really long time, but it was just so expensive that I didn't want to spend the money on it. It wasn't a priority book for me. This is The Jasmine Throne, and this is by Tasha Suri, and I didn't realize it until I was looking at it, but I found the sequel there, and so this is the Oleander Sword. Oleander? The world may never know. I was not planning, I didn't go into it looking for these specific books. I just happened to find them while I was there. I felt like I was really struggling to find books I wanted to buy and walk out of there with today, and then I saw that. I just saw this book spine, and I realized this is a book I've been wanting to get for a really, really long time, and I just never gotten around to it. And then bam, there's the sequel. So hopefully I will get to these within a year. They are not like super high on my priority list at the moment, but this would be good for the Diversify Your TBR challenge, and maybe this will fit some of the prompts that I will be doing for the next year. Those are all the books that we got at the Book Warehouse outlet. I would highly recommend following them on Instagram, and they have a Facebook profile as well. That way you can keep up with updates. And they also had a sign-in sheet while we were there, so I signed up to get updates from them. Really, it's kind of weird. They're only open about 1 weekend a month. While we were there, it was insanely crowded. For such a huge warehouse, it was pretty packed with people. If you are in the kind of southeast region, upstate South Carolina, maybe close by North Carolina or Georgia, it might be something that you're interested in if you're wanting to take the day and go to Easley. There's plenty of like little cute restaurants and stuff, and we actually we stopped at the Panda Express to eat lunch, and then we were on our way home. We enjoyed having a good day out of it, even though it was a different trip than we normally take. Alright, so the next books that I have for you are books I ordered before YALLfest. And if you don't know what YALLfest is a young adult literature festival, and it takes place in Charleston, South Carolina, on the eastern coast. I had contemplated going to it, but ultimately when it was happening, I was really busy, and we didn't have the money to go and stay in Charleston. Charleston can be really expensive, and we just decided we're going to pass this year. Maybe next year, if there's a lot of authors that I really like who are going to be there and be available to see people. But I did end up getting 2 books for my birthday, and so I'm going to open those now. And actually, I opened up the box a few minutes ago, but I left a lot of the things intact so that I could show you all. But something I really liked was there were a few like pieces of merch and YALLfest like little souvenirs that they actually packed in here. So I bought these books from Blue Bicycle Books, and this is not sponsored, but they gave me a really cute little sticker, and they are a major part of YALLfest on the East Coast if you are interested in going to YALLfest. So if you can't go, like I couldn't go, this is where you would purchase your signed books from. It's from Blue Bicycle Books. They also gave me this really cute little bookmark with some illustrations, and then the YALLfest info for next year actually on the back. I just noticed that, but I really love that little bookmark with the King Street kind of illustrations on it. King Street's a very beautiful street, but filled up with really expensive stores if you've never been to Charleston. They also sent a pen, so that's a YALLfest pen. It's like a little suitcase with some books on it. This will be going on my teacher book bag along with the other pen that I have. And then I have a YALLfest magnet. This will be going on probably my filing cabinet at school or possibly my refrigerator at school, but either way, it's gonna go to school with me. The last piece of merch they sent was a cute little ornament, and I thought that was so cute. It's green, it's kind of plasticky, but just a little thin ornament. But on the books it says Read YA, and I really love that. Charleston Young Adult Book Festival, YALLfest. So this will be going on my tree once I get it downstairs. And then a really little stretchy little band, but I thought that was really cute. I wish it had the year on it so that like if you collect these and get these every year, then you would be able to tell which one came from which year, but that's kind of a minor critique. I can just write it on the back if I really want to. But those are the cute little souvenirs they sent along with the books. And these are the 2 books I bought. I got these for my birthday in November, and they finally arrived today. I was getting worried. I was scared I was going to have to call and ask, did these get lost in shipping? Have you sent them? But here they are. They are here. And so they even wrapped them up, which is so cool. I've been wanting, this is definitely like the nice independent bookstore experience, even though I couldn't even be there. I believe I have picked the right one to open first. Oh, I feel like Christmas came a little bit early. Here we go. Got it. Alright, so if you could have seen through the paper, this is Foul Lady Fortune by Chloe Gong. This is the first time I'm actually holding it in my own hands. This is really cool. So I have been wanting to fill out this series for a long time. But again, it wasn't something super duper high on my priority list. Oh my gosh, this cover is just stunning. And actually, so I splurged a little bit. Yep, here we go. I got a signed edition, and so this is really cool to see the little sticker and Chloe's signature on here. Wow. I've never actually opened this book up before. I've seen it in stores plenty of times, but oh wow. This is really cool, y'all. I'm interested to know if any of you guys have finished out this series, because I know this is like kind of a continuation, just a little bit kind of a branching off from These Violent Delights series. Let's see, my books are pretty tightly packed up here. Get the right one. Yeah, so I have read this, hence the kind of little ribbon tricolor bookmark I have in here. I have yet to read the sequel, Our Violent Ends, and it's just because I read the first book probably in the summer of 2021. I took a long time to get this one. I received this actually as a Christmas gift from my boyfriend, and as you can tell from him opening it with his pocket knife, it kind of got him to the spine here when he opened the box from Barnes & Noble. But he got this for me, and it was just such a big gap between These Violent Delights to receiving Our Violent Ends. I was very busy with college and college softball, so I hadn't picked it back up, and it's just been such a long gap in between the first book to this one that I'm scared I've forgotten everything. We've just been procrastinating picking this one back up. But I decided anyway, I want to read it. I do want to finish out this series and this set of stories, so I went ahead and got Foul Lady Fortune anyway, and I'll have to give it a very pretty pink bookmark with my ribbons to go along with These Violent Delights. And the other one is kind of in that same vein. I'm so excited to open this one up. This is a thick one. Wow. Me being me and purchasing books without having really finished up the sequels, I think you know what I'm about to pull out of this bag. Here she is in all her glory, Foul Heart Huntsman. And this one, I believe, should also, yes, also was signed by Chloe Gong. This is the sequel to Foul Lady Fortune. Kind of see them together. They're beautiful pink, shiny dust jackets. I'm just enamored with these dust jackets, y'all. Oh my gosh. They are beautiful. They came in really great condition, too. I was kind of worried when I just saw the box on my doorstep sometimes the delivery people can be very hard on your packages, and I knew I was taking a risk in purchasing something and then getting it shipped to me, but you know, I get it little bit of anxiety knowing I can't pick out whichever one looks the best. But here we are, Foul Heart Huntsman with his Foul Lady Fortune. Ooh, they turned out so beautiful. Wow, I am just floored. They're beautiful, so these are going to look fantastic on my shelf, assuming I have room. But even if I don't, I'll find somewhere to put them. They're too pretty to not enjoy and look at. So there we have it. And let's see, I'll hold up the 2 series that I purchased. We've got the Foul Lady and Foul Heart Huntsman duet. And then we have the Jasmine Throne and the Oleander Sword. And then finally, our little black sheep of this haul, we have the Lost Books of the Odyssey by Zachary Mason. And so I'm really excited to dig into this one, even if it's kind of a short one-off. I love a good reimagining of the Odyssey. I will love it every day of the week. I hope you all found something to enjoy from this video. If you have read any of these books, please do comment and share what you thought about them. I think if I hear some positive feedback on these books, I will get even more excited to read them than I already am, and maybe get to them a little sooner. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I hope to see you all in the next video.